The generosity of Chuck Feeney has profoundly changed the island of Ireland, north and south. His support has created the bedrock for a knowledge revolution and has fundamentally changed Ireland's research landscape. The universities of Ireland, already centres of learning, are now a rising force in the generation of new knowledge and ideas. The society and economy of Ireland and the wider world are benefiting greatly from the innovation and creativity of our graduates. Today, the universities of Ireland celebrate the transformative contribution to education and research made by Chuck Feeney and Atlantic Philanthropies. At NUI Maynooth, the past 15 years have seen extraordinary growth and change. Today, with over 8,500 students and almost 800 staff, the university is a thriving centre of learning and scholarship. The support of Chuck Feeney and Atlantic Philanthropies has been pivotal to this modern phase of the university's development, in particular to the construction of its expansive North Campus with top-class lecture theatres and research facilities. It's home to leading institutions like the National Institution for Research and Spatial Analysis and the National Centre for Geocomputation. It also contains the accommodation, sports and social facilities that form the backbone of student life at the university.
The extraordinary support provided by Chuck Feeney and Atlantic Philanthropies has fundamentally changed NUI Maynooth, transforming our facilities for teaching and research, and providing state-of-the-art accommodation and sporting facilities for our students. It has, in no small sense, dramatically enhanced research at this university and changed the lives of our students for generations to come.
Visionary and unparalleled philanthropic support has enabled the University of Ulster to build capacity and strengthen infrastructure to world-class levels across 4 campuses. Ulster received funding for research projects relating to ageism, Irish culture, art and design, and capital projects such as the Foyle Arts Centre and 2 state-of-the-art libraries. The Centre for Molecular Biosciences pioneers international research informing global policy guidelines in areas like nutrition and developing treatments for diseases associated with ageing, Alzheimer's, cancer, diabetes and heart disease. The internationally recognised Transitional Justice Institute produces groundbreaking research on societies emerging from conflict, informing local and global academic, legal and policy debates. Working with NUI Galway, the Children and Youth Programme of the UNESCO Centre for Education influences children's rights legislation in 2 jurisdictions.
This exceptional investment has been far-reaching and influential in helping us here at the University of Ulster deliver our aims of promoting access to higher education and increasing capacity here in the North. As a driver for positive change, we're very proud to be able to share in our success with Chuck Feeney.
New student facilities, education, research and campus development at Trinity College Dublin have benefited extraordinarily from Atlantic Philanthropies. Its investment of over €137 million in the past 20 years has essentially transformed the university and has empowered it to develop a number of pioneering, multidisciplinary initiatives. Ageing is a concrete example. Atlantic Philanthropies' support for genetics, neuroscience and molecular medicine laid the foundation for the establishment of a robust ageing programme crucial for a modern country. The first of its kind in Ireland, the Irish Longitudinal Study on Ageing, TILDA, has become the ageing laboratory for generating and analysing data. Trinity's aim is to provide solutions for health, impact economic and social policy, and discover new technologies and treatments.
Chuck Feeney's generosity has made it possible for Trinity to deliver research and education of the very highest international standards. We are also the beneficiaries of his vision for Ireland, challenging us to aim higher and build on our strengths to be a university of global consequence.
NUI Galway's North Campus has been transformed thanks to support from Chuck Feeney. Several research and teaching facilities were supported by Atlantic Philanthropies, including the Orbson Building, a new research facility supporting NUI Galway's growing biomedical science and engineering research. A new business school, sports centre and student cultural centre were also funded. The jewel in the crown is the iconic engineering building. It opened in July 2011 and supports a new generation of engineers committed to innovation and entrepreneurship. Designed as a living laboratory, the public voted it Ireland's favourite building in this year's Royal Institute of Architects of Ireland Awards. Most recently, Atlantic Philanthropies supported the establishment of a Life Course Institute. In supporting this public policy institute, Chuck Feeney leaves a lasting legacy in the social sciences at NUI Galway.
Chuck Feeney's vision and leadership in promoting R&D had a profound impact on higher education in Ireland and on NUI Galway. Chuck's support helped us to establish our university foundations, effectively doubling the value of his initial contribution.
Since 1995, investments by Atlantic Philanthropies have dramatically transformed the DCU campus, with a new library, student social centre and accommodation, education and research facilities. There's also an award-winning sports complex and a greatly expanded student access programme. The National Centre for Sensor Research, established under PRTLI in 1999, has produced a steady stream of major research initiatives and pioneering breakthroughs. It has attracted over €150 million in competitive research funding, produced over 1,500 refereed journal articles and graduated over 250 PhDs. DCU's Performing Arts Centre, the Helix, provides an excellent programme of cultural and artistic events throughout the year, playing a key role in student life and helping DCU engage with the wider community.
The initiatives funded by Atlantic Philanthropies here at DCU have been hugely transformative and span the entire spectrum of academic, research, social, sporting and artistic activities of the university. These initiatives have benefited and will continue to benefit generations of students at the university and Irish society in general. None of these initiatives would have been possible without the strategic investment by Atlantic Philanthropies.
Atlantic Philanthropies and PRTLI have changed the face of the University College Cork campus. New institutes and libraries have been built and professorships endowed. World-class laboratories have attracted international research teams to work in Cork. PRTLI encouraged institutions to specialise and fostered unprecedented partnerships between the universities. UCC prioritised nanoscience, nanotechnology and ICT in its flagship facility, the Tyndall National Institute. Tyndall is now Ireland's largest research institute, with over 450 researchers, led by 50 principal investigators. Specialising in research to make technology smaller, faster and cheaper, it has established over 200 partnerships with global companies. The Tyndall National Institute was chosen to represent the achievement and potential of Irish scientific research in a visit by Queen Elizabeth as part of her historic state visit in 2011, a symbolic testament of the legacy of Atlantic Philanthropies.
17 years ago, Atlantic Philanthropies kick-started transformation here at UCC. We were a third-level teaching college and today we're a university. We have 1,200 doctoral students and we spend about a third of our budget on research and innovation.
Since the 90s, Atlantic Philanthropies has assisted Queen's University Belfast to achieve some of the most innovative and far-reaching objectives in education and research. Major support for capital projects such as the Maclay Library and Elms Student Village has not only improved the student experience, but has led to a new culture of philanthropic giving by individuals, companies and charitable foundations throughout Northern Ireland and beyond. One of the most far-reaching projects supported by Atlantic Philanthropies is Queen's Centre for Cancer Research and Cell Biology. Opened in 2007, this interdisciplinary hub is recognised as a flagship facility by the international scientific community and is part of the first comprehensive cancer centre on the island of Ireland.
Atlantic Philanthropies have supported some of our most ambitious and imaginative projects. Many of our research programmes are life-changing, impacting positively on society around the globe. Here in Northern Ireland, we've already witnessed improvements in cancer survival rates. And that's the real legacy of Chuck Feeney.
Everywhere present, but nowhere visible. This describes the influence and impact of Chuck Feeney on University College Dublin over the past 2 decades. His contribution to veterinary science at the university began in the late 90s, when he responded to urgent calls for a new veterinary school to be built in Ireland. His gift of €6 million prompted the Irish government to provide the balance of funding required, and the new veterinary science building and hospital was completed in 2002. Within a few years, the school was accredited by the American Veterinary Medical Association, placing it in an elite group of European veterinary schools. Collaboration with other UCD scientists has led to vital research on maintaining the health of livestock, public health and advances in biomedical science.
Chuck Feeney's generosity has been truly catalytic and transformative for UCD. An example is the new veterinary school and veterinary hospital. This is now Ireland's premier veterinary referral centre. It's one of the leading centres in Europe and it's drawing students from across the globe. This simply wouldn't have happened without Chuck's generosity.
The recognised colleges of the National University of Ireland have also benefited greatly from the generosity of Atlantic Philanthropies. In particular, funding from Atlantic has supported major projects at the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland. The largest and most enabling contribution was through PRTLI. In 2002, a programme for human genomics was funded, together with the establishment of a chair in molecular medicine. RCSI's York House was also developed at St Stephen's Green. This provides excellent research laboratories and teaching facilities for the new School of Pharmacy, the Centre for Human Proteomics and the Institute of Biopharmaceutical Sciences.
The support of Chuck Feeney to the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland has been immense. This support has come in terms both of people and of buildings, and it has enabled collaboration between surgeons and the other Irish medical colleges to take place at the highest level. What Chuck Feeney has done for the College of Surgeons is substantial, and it will endure.
2012 is a milestone for the University of Limerick as it celebrates the 40th anniversary of the admission of its first cohort of students in 1972. Since 1987, Chuck Feeney has been deeply involved in UL's journey. His generosity has led to iconic projects such as the Living Bridge, the Glucksman Library and the Graduate Entry Medical School, to name just a few. Through his phenomenal vision, the Irish World Academy of Music and Dance was established in 1994. This global centre of academic and performance excellence has enhanced UL's role as a world-renowned centre of artistic and cultural creativity.
For the past 25 years, Chuck Feeney has been a key driving force behind the development of the University of Limerick. He helps us to be more confident about the future, encourages us to set greater goals than we could imagine for ourselves, and drives us on with the belief that anything is possible. And with Chuck involved, anything really is possible.
Chuck Feeney once said, "Philanthropy is best not when it steers the grantee's ship, but helps put the wind in their sails." Today, the results of that philosophy are visible in the world-class facilities on campus and the scholars and students that occupy them, exploring new ideas, enriching culture, and confronting the challenges of our times. Through the opportunities they have provided, Chuck Feeney and Atlantic Philanthropies are leaving an immense and immeasurable legacy in Ireland. Chuck, words cannot do justice to the gratitude felt by the countless beneficiaries of your vision. On behalf of them all, we simply say thank you, Guramagat.